This is Basement Bracket Talk.
Welcome back.
Let's talk about these games.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Part 2 of these games.
Yeah, I mean, in our last part, we talked about 3 crazy good matchups that are almost impossible to predict the outcome of.
Yeah, this is a little... there's some good games here, but it's not as good as the first part.
Yeah, I mean, I actually genuinely don't know what's going to happen in the first game we're about to talk about.
I don't either, yeah.
Is Seton Hall at number 17 Louisville.
That's awesome. Yeah, you know what I love about that? It's on Sunday, too. Mm-hmm. So Saturday,
I love Sunday
we get all those games,
yeah.
Like, we get to Sunday.
Sunday at 4 o'clock, too.
Awesome. That's
ESPN, too.
We need some Sunday games.
Yeah, I mean, we do. I mean, and Louisville just kind of had a tough loss to Purdue.
Yeah, they got a rebound. They got a home game against Seton Hall.
They got a home game against Seton Hall. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how, like, Seton Hall does with, like, the shot blockers of, like, Anas Mahmoud and Ray Spalding.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think those two are combining for over 5 blocks a game so far, so...
We were really high on Seton Hall. I don't know if, after seeing them, I don't know if I'm that high on Seton Hall anymore.
I mean...
I made some crazy predictions.
They're coming into their own. I mean, they're not... Angel Delgado's not doing as well as he played last year, which I think is, like, the main thing. And, like, sometimes, like, Seton Hall just has, like, an issue trying to figure out who's supposed to score. I mean, Desi Rodriguez is leading them still. He's getting his, like, 17 a game, but, like...
Against Vandy, he carried them.
I mean, but, like, Angel hasn't been scoring as much. Desi Rodriguez hasn't been scoring that much. Michael Enzi has been pretty well. Has been doing pretty well. I mean, his field goal percentage is, I think, the highest on the team. So, and between, like, Miles Cale and Miles Powell, it's like they got guys. You know, they do have the talent to win.
They'll get rolling.
Sometimes it's just, like, the vibe of the games you play. You know what I mean? Like, they lost that Rhode Island game by 1 point, and that's their only loss.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, they're really not bad. They're just not, like, that kind of smack you in the face team that we thought.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Is that they're just as good as everyone predicted, except for us. We thought they'd be better.
Yeah, no, but it's so early, so I could still see them getting hot and just be like making us look like geniuses.
But I mean, that's the thing. I think this Louisville game is actually like a sick opportunity.
And dude, Louisville hasn't been like beating teams by like that they should be by a lot. They're not winning by a lot.
Yeah, they're not.
Like Saturday.
Louisville's like a notch down from what they usually are. I mean, they got the same.
Yeah, we were looking at the scoreboard at the Barclays. It was like they're playing like St. Francis. So,
yeah, and they were like only up by like 8 points.
What's going on?
I love those games.
Yeah,
man.
it's weird.
Well, that's why I think it's going to... Because both of those teams are sort of in a similar boat like that. Like, we sort of... Seton Hall has been blowing out teams. Yeah, but, like, some games are a little bit too close for comfort. Mm-hmm. Like, I picked Seton Hall over Rhode Island, and, like, I'm not ashamed of that pick because Rhode Island won by 1 point.
Yeah.
Like, when teams win... Like Seton Hall has the talent to compete with Louisville.
Yeah, they do. And it sucks because, like, Seton Hall plays... Well, we're filming right now. It's Thursday at 6 o'clock. And
and they're playing
Seton Hall plays Texas Tech tonight. So it's like after tonight,
that
we'll
changes the dynamic of like what we're talking about. Because if they beat Texas Tech, it's like ooh.
Oh, it's like wow, Seton Hall is.
If they don't, if they go 0 for 2 in this stretch, like that's sad.
Tough. This is a tough stretch. Texas Tech and Louisville, like good for Seton Hall. They're getting out there and they're playing games.
Good for them, but like hopefully they win. I mean, they got to go 1 for 2.
You got to split.
Got to go 1 for 2, no doubt. But I think as far as Louisville, if Texas Tech isn't like a factor like in my decision, I think. You wanna make picks
for what? Louisville Tech?
Yeah.
Oh,
Louisville.
Seton Hall, Texas Tech, or Seton Hall, Louisville?
Seton Hall, Louisville.
Seton Hall,
Louisville. Like ignore that game's even a thing. Like
all right,
Texas
let's
Tech.
Make picks.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Louisville.
Seton Hall.
Damn.
Sorry. I mean, I don't know. I just think.
I mean, I could change my opinion after tonight.
I do think. Yeah. I mean.
So I don't know.
I think it's gonna be close. I do think Seton Hall's got to defend and rebound. But like if it's like you said with the close games with Louisville. Like if Louisville
but Louisville looked good against Purdue though.
They look good, but they lost.
I know they lost, but like
they lost.
But Purdue's good. Purdue's sick.
But they lost like 2 of their last 3. I mean, like Purdue's like all right, but like they're not like elite.
I guess, but
that's what makes me want to pick Seton Hall because like I don't think Louisville has really proven anything yet. They haven't like showed up that well against these other teams. They lost to Purdue, so it's like obviously great. I mean that's a tough game, but like if I have to pick a winner of these 2 games, I mean Seton Hall is the winner to me. Can Louisville win? Absolutely. It's a home game. Louisville's talent, like Dangadell is crazy. I mean I don't know. Like Seton Hall's gonna have a tough time defending Dang Adele because he just does what he wants.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I think Louisville's gonna win. Yeah, I
respect that.
Yeah, I can't even tell you why, but I just feel like Louisville's gonna win.
I mean, home court advantage, dude. Like that's something a team like Seton Hall might get rattled by. Like I don't know. I mean, they haven't really played like a solid road game yet.
Yeah, they got their seniors though. So
they got a road test. So yeah.
Now let's go to
the Big Ten.
It's another New Jersey team.
Yeah,
Rutgers
at Minnesota, and Big Ten play is starting early this year. I think they're playing more games overall.
Yeah, and their conference tournament starts a week earlier than all the other big ones because they're playing at the Garden.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the reason I brought up this game. Like, this is probably isn't like a game you'd expect to see in the highlights, but I think Minnesota coming off that loss to Miami really has got to have their head in this game because this Rutgers team isn't like a team to sleep on.
Yeah, and they need Nate McBride. I don't know if he's playing.
Nate Mason, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if Dupree's going to play.
Yeah, well, Minnesota's depth, I think, is like the biggest reason like why you think like they're not going to win every game. Because like you think like the best teams in the Big Ten, you're like Michigan State, Minnesota. But then you're like, if you have to pick one over the other, it's like Minnesota's plays like 6 guys basically. So if one of them's hurt, like Dupree McBride wasn't playing, so it's like you're playing 5 guys.
Yeah, they're playing
5. I mean, they do have other bench players, but like if you're as far as key contributors go, it's like 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the starting 5, and they got like Isaiah Washington. It's like Isaiah Washington, Dupree McBride, Nate Mason, Jordan Murphy, Reggie Lynch, and Amir Coffey. Those are like your 6 that you're gonna depend on for Minnesota. So
yeah, Rutgers might catch them.
Yeah, I mean,
Rutgers might. I mean, Rutgers is good,
Rutgers
man.
playing Florida State, like they had guys.
They had guys. Like usually you watch Rutgers and you're like, oh, this team really, I don't know.
It's like kind of hard to watch. Yeah.
But like then it's like I was watching them.
Deshaun Freeman like changes the game.
He's so good, Freeman. He's amazing. He might be first team All Big Ten.
I think if I want to make like a bold prediction, like I think Deshaun Freeman's worth that. Like if I'm like creating a team, it's like all right, at center Miles Bridges, at forward Deshaun Freeman. I think that's
you
like my instinct.
So?
Yeah.
Like over Murphy on Minnesota.
I feel like Murphy's like a small forward though.
I guess I don't know. He gets his stats look like he's a power forward.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
He plays power forward. I think Lynch plays center and he plays power forward.
Yeah.
But I guess I would take Freeman's good too, especially if Rutgers is good.
Mm-hmm.
If Rutgers has like a really good year, Freeman will be on the first team.
Yeah.
And they got who else they got? What's his name? Corey Sanders.
Yeah.
Corey Sanders is great.
He could go off on any game. I think that's like an important thing to remember. And they got some sophomore bigs. Like Rutgers is a pretty big team.
Yeah, they are big.
They got a couple guys that are like 6'10". So I just think the second you decide to sleep on this Rutgers team, you'll pay for your arrogance. You know what I mean? Like
they're definitely gonna pick off teams at home. This is gonna be tough on the road. But I think they could beat Minnesota, especially Minnesota.
I think it depends on whether or not Dupree McBride plays and whether or not they're taking this game very seriously.
Which they should.
Because this Rutgers team is like miles improved from last year.
And then Rutgers gets a Michigan State.
And that's how it always works. I mean, like whenever like St. John's would play Rutgers, it's like almost like you're like, all right, we're better than Rutgers. We're supposed to win this game, and it's always a close game.
Yeah, but now they got guys, and dude, they play Michigan State at home after this, so look out for that. Look out for Rutgers.
That's gonna be hard.
Oh, we'll make our pick. 1, 2, 3, Minnesota.
I forgot to talk. I mean, to be honest, I'll pick Minnesota too. I just want to raise awareness.
No, that's
how good Rutgers can
I agree.
be.
That's what it was for. That's what that was for. It wasn't like more of the game. Like, don't be shocked if Rutgers wins though. All right, let's go to the Jimmy V Classic. Villanova against Gonzaga at Madison Square Garden, which is pretty much a home game for Villanova.
That's not for a while. I mean, that game's on Tuesday, yeah. But that's like a really interesting matchup, I think, because Villanova starting the season hot, undefeated, won the battle for Atlantis, didn't really get the challenge they thought they would get.
They didn't play Purdue or Arizona.
Arguably, Gonzaga is the best team they're playing so far.
Yeah, probably. I would say that.
So
that's fair. Gonzaga had the game of the year against Florida.
That's what really impressed me because I was actually kind of surprised the Bulldogs were even ranked.
Yeah, we were kind of shocked.
Because like, all right, you lose Zach Collins, you lose Karnowski, like.
But Perkins is so good.
And like Nigel Williams-Goss, I'm just like, all right, how are you gonna like replace all that from like a defending team and then like still be a top 25?
Man. He built an empire. They're just loaded.
Yeah, Gonzaga's just like one of those teams that will just never not be good. But Yeah, that game against Florida is crazy. Like they scored, like they competed, they hung in there, and Florida's amazing. Florida's really amazing. Good.
If Florida beat Duke, they'd probably be the #1 team in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just and Gonzaga Gonzaga had them. They were in overtime. I think it's double overtime, right? I think it went to double OT.
Mm-hmm.
That game was wild. That's definitely the game of the year so far. That was in the PK 80 and Nova.
PK 80 had some great games.
Oh yeah,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
PK 80 was great. They better do that again next year. That was so cool.
Yeah, and the thing with like Villanova and Gonzaga, it's like both of the teams are like pretty good at scoring. You know, they both can like score.
Yeah.
So it's really gonna be about defense. The game. It's gonna be like whose defense can prevail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think that's really the question. Like, I'm curious because I don't know. This game could be in like the 80s or the 90s, or it could be like it depends on their defense. You know, it's probably gonna be a high scoring game, but
it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it probably will be. You know.
Yeah, that's good. Just like seeing those two teams play each other is gonna be fun.
Picks.
1, 2, 3.
Gonzaga.
Nova. We don't even plan this. We just don't really agree.
Yeah, we just don't. Well, this is another game that just doesn't have like an obvious winner. I mean,
no, it doesn't. I'm just saying Nova because like I just feel like Nova just wins.
And Nova's they don't have like a home court advantage, but they are closer. But I saw Gonzaga in the Garden. You were there too. Like in 2014, their fans traveled. You know what I mean?
Their fans did travel.
Their fans travel well. Like
that was also a Thanksgiving weekend though. This is a Tuesday night.
Ooh, true.
Tuesday night with a lot of Villanova alums living in New York.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so,
I mean, because like Tuesday night games at the Garden are kind of rough to fill the arena with.
Yeah,
so that's like an expensive trip to go all the way to.
It's gonna be tough for I'm not really big in home court advantage, but I just think Villanova is just.
They're playing well so far.
They're Villanova.
I mean,
like, they just win these games.
Yeah, they do.
Like, it sucks, but
I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
So, we got another game.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about this one. I mean. I think it's worth talking about, but basically Florida State is at number 6 Florida on Monday. And Florida State's undefeated but has not been tested yet.
Played Rutgers. We just talked about Rutgers.
Yeah. It's a test, but there's tiers. There's Rutgers, there's another level.
I know what you're saying,
and then there's Florida.
Come on, man. Come on.
All right, we'll see. I mean,
don't hit me with that.
Okay, but we know Kevon Allen and Chris Chiozza are like nuts. Like Chris Chiozza's passing, unreal. Chiozza.
No, Chiozza. Yeah,
what
Chris
did I say?
Chiozza. I don't know what you're
Chiozza.
saying. Yeah, you're saying
Chiozza.
Just you didn't say it right. I don't know what you said.
All right, well, screw you. But like, the thing that really stood out to me, especially watching Florida in the PK 80 tournament, was Jalen Hudson. Like I saw this kid and he's just like doing all these acrobatic like fast break things and scoring, and I'm like, who is this kid? Like, I didn't even really know anything about him. He's a transfer from Virginia Tech. Averaged 8.4 points a game when he was playing at Virginia Tech. He's been averaging 21.8 points a game. He's tripling his scoring average, and he's going from Virginia Tech to Florida.
See how it continues. Let's see if he keeps it going.
I mean, that's a huge reason. Florida's leading the nation in scoring.
Yeah, they're
scoring 100 points a game.
They hit so many threes.
Yeah, that's what's so deadly. You got to defend them because they're literally the best scoring team in the nation. And like Duke was lucky to win that game because Florida came back.
No, Florida was killing them, and Duke came back.
Yeah, but like oh yeah, well Florida was up in the first half. Okay, yeah.
Then they went up.
Yeah, no, Duke came back.
Yeah,
well, that's why you can't like not say that Duke was like.
Let's not talk about Duke. This isn't a Duke show.
All right, well Duke is the best team in the country.
I know that.
If Florida won,
they would have been number 1 probably.
Yeah, they would have moved from 7 to 1, I think. But I still think they could actually like crawl into the number 1 spot potentially. But if they keep up this scoring, like how do you stop this? You know, it would be like an interesting game, Florida Virginia.
That would be it. That happened. That was the round of 32 game last year. I had tickets and I didn't.
It's just
go.
Like, all right, how many points are going to be scored this game?
Yeah, that was weird. Virginia wasn't really that good last year though. I don't know.
They were pretty.
They were good. They were 5 seed, but like I don't know. I didn't like that game.
So we haven't even talked about Florida State. Do you really think Florida State has a shot to win this game?
I hate to say it. I don't think they're gonna win, but I mean, like I don't know. They could show a lot by like having a good battle on the road against Florida.
Yeah, this is like a statement game. You know, if Florida State competes, it's like all right.
They got nothing to lose, and Florida State's won the past 3 games against Florida, so we've been dominating the state. But like, let's see if show me something. Show me something, Florida State. Show me you got it in you. Show me if they get out here and they have a good game. I'll be like, okay, this team's legit. Like, no questions asked.
There's actually a lot to be told within this next week of college basketball.
There's a lot.
You thought the tournaments we're gonna be that, but
no, it's these games now. It's like they move on. It's like in waves now, and it sucks that we won't be able to. And do this next week.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to Disney World, so we're not gonna be broadcasting to you next week.
Still a blog though.
We're still gonna drop our blog, and we're gonna drop our first blog. Should be up in a few hours, but if you're watching this video, it's already up. So we'll leave the link in the bio.
Send comments and if you guys want us to talk about anything.
Trash talk, and we don't care. Like we'll handle it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we'll shout you out.
If that's what you want, then comment.
Comment, man. But yeah, definitely subscribe.
Subscribe to us, Cleat
Geeks. Hit us with comments, Cleat Geeks. Yeah. Man, that's where our blog's going to be. So definitely show it some love. They got all kinds of sports articles on the website. So we're excited, man.
And
thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
This is Basement Bracket Talk.